Hey, what's up, you guys? Today's video is going to be my September favorites. Again, I can't believe September has gone by so quickly and that now it's October, and that's crazy to me. I've been in school for like about a whole month. That's insane. But with that comes favorite things that I have been loving, so let's jump right into it. The first couple things are makeup related. One of them being a foundation I did a whole review on, so I'm not going to really talk about it too much, but it's the Stila Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector. Like I said, I did a whole review on this, so I'm not going to go too much in detail, but basically it's just a foundation that comes in a little compact like this. And it makes your face look super flawless, and I've been loving it. It's kind of lightweight, so you don't feel like you have total foundation on. Again, I'm not wearing it today, but when I am wearing it, it's super lightweight, and I don't feel like I have like hardly anything on my face, so that's super cool. And then I always set it with this powder that I've also rediscovered, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder. My container is totally beat up, but this is what it looks like. I've hit Major Pan there. And I'm in the shade Porcelain, I think. They don't have the shade names on here. It's on the piece that you like rip off that holds it together. But it's like one of the lightest shades. And yeah, it's really nice. It's a nice setting powder that's not too heavy, so you don't feel super cakey. I'm not wearing it today, but yeah, you don't feel super cakey. My hair is just in my face. Okay, there we go. You don't feel super cakey with this, which is why I like to pair it with the Stila thing, so you get a more kind of like natural finish to your face. And I just broke my container again. So I have a couple more face products. The first one is Rockateur. This blush has made its way back into my life. I'm wearing it today. It's a really pretty, like, rose gold, pinky kind of blush. It's really natural, and it goes with almost any look that you do. I have basically been reusing it because I finished up a Tarte blush. If it wasn't in my last empties, it's going to be in this month's empties. But I finished up a blush that I have been using, and it was a really kind of natural, everyday, nude kind of blush. So I've been looking for something that kind of is similar to that I can use with anything. Like, I can use it with darker looks, I can use it with more natural looks, and this blush has really stood out to me as something similar to that. Plus, I love the packaging. It's so cute. I know people either love it or hate it, and I love it. But the color is just really nice for every day. Love it. Favorite blush right now. But it might be topped by this one, which is a rediscovery from my collection. This is the Hard Candy Contouring Face Trio in 3 times a Lady. You get a bronzer, a blush, and a really pretty highlight. I had this in my collection for so long, like from when they first came out. Hard Candy is a brand you can get at Walmart exclusively, and I dug this up out of my collection, and I really, really like it. I actually have been using the bronzer for contouring. It's kind of a more satiny bronzer. It's not totally matte, but it's not super shimmery either. It's a little bit more satiny, which makes it blend into the face, fairly naturally. The blush is super glowy and peachy, and then the highlighter, oh my god, the highlighter is amazing. It's so metallic-y and shimmery. I love it. The problem is, though, with this particular, like, trio, that the blush on its own is so shimmery and glowy to begin with that I almost feel like if you put this highlight on top, it would be, like, too much. So I haven't really got to use the highlight a lot because I've always faced with that problem. Like, I'll use this blush, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't really need a highlight on top. Like, this is fine how it is. So I need to start remembering to bring this out for the highlight exclusively, but I love it. The next thing is kind of like covering 2 topics in one. This month I've been kind of experimenting with more like darker, smokier looks, kind of like what I have on today. I actually used this color in my look today, but while I love the color, it's not only about the color that this is my favorites. I have had a huge obsession with all things duochrome this month. I have gotten some new nail polishes that are duochrome. I've gotten some eyeshadows that are duochrome, or like incorporated that more into my looks. This one specifically is the one I used today, and it's just like the one I have out, so I figured I would show it to you. Plus, I really love the color anyway. This is the NARS Dual Intensity Shadow in Pasiphae. I got this during the Sephora Beauty Before Brunch thing that I went to over the summer. And it looks like this. In the pan, it kind of looks, well, on camera, it kind of looks like nothing super special. But it is like a green, gold, duochrome sort of thing. I love this for all over the lid. I usually am not super into green looks, but this month I've been kind of experimenting. I have a green using the Vice 2 palette that I've been loving, and this, you know, kind of just, I dug this out too. I don't know if you can even really tell, but how duochrome and nice this is. But it's so pretty. I love it. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. It's kind of like those, that greenish gold with like a little bit of burgundy or purple undertones. Oh, it's so pretty. And the cool thing about these shadows in particular, the dual intensity ones, is that you can use them wet or dry. I've never used them wet before just because I never think about it when I'm doing my makeup, but you can really bump up the intensity if you use these shadows wet, and so I'll have to try that. But I think it's super intense on its own, and I really like it like that. And then another palette that I've been loving is the Sephora and Pantone Universe Facets of Marsala Multi-Finish Eye Palette. I don't want to blind you with the cover. You can see how kind of gross it is and how much I've been using it. But this palette is filled with the color of the year, which is Marsala, and a bunch of colors that accompany it or that look good beside it. So this is what the palette looks like. Again, I'm going to try not to blind you. But you have the 4 Marsala shades down here. You have like a matte, a satin, a metallic, and a glitter shade. And then all the ones on the sides of them are ones that kind of accompany those shades or would look good with them. But the main reason I've been reaching for this palette is for these 2 shades right here. This one here is called Hot Chocolate, and then this orangey one right above it is called Chutney. So pretty. This Hot Chocolate shade I use in almost every look that I've been doing lately. Like I have it in my outer corner and crease today. It's just such a pretty kind of like burgundy, plummy brown color that it just works so good in the crease for fall. This whole palette is filled with like fall-ish shades. They released it during the summertime, but I really feel like it's a more fall-related palette. As I just drop it. I always fear that like when I drop palettes, that they're all just going to shatter everywhere, and that'll be the end of it for me. But yeah, I love this palette. It's been really good to me so far this month. Then I have a couple more eye things. I've been really getting back into my like upper lash line liner. So I've been reaching for this Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. I don't really know how much this liner has left because I feel like a couple months ago when I was using it, I felt like it was drying up. But it's been good. Like I've used it today, and you know, I feel like after letting it sit a bit, like it starts working again. So I don't really know how much this liner has left in it, but I really do like the staying power and the way the application of the liner is just like a little brush tip, which is really nice. And then for my brows, I've been loving the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I have the color Ash Brown. I've never used the Anastasia Brow Wiz or any brow pencil for my brows, like to begin with. But this reminds me a lot of what I've seen the brow wiz to look like. It's got a really, really thin, like, point, which makes it really easy to, fill in your brows on the one side. And then on the other side, it's got this really nice spoolie that you can just comb through. I think I've talked about this before in a video. Maybe it was just the haul and that's what I'm thinking of. But I've been loving this for my brows. It makes it so easy compared to what I was using before, which I still love my e.l.f. brow kit, but this is so easy compared to that kit. So, been loving that. And as for lips, I don't really have a lipstick that I've been like using all the time. Like I always switch off my lipsticks depending on the look that I wear. But this product has been standing out for me and I use it almost every day. And this is the Blistex Lip Medix lip balm. I have this right by my bed. If you know me, I'm a huge lip balm person to begin with. Like I have to have my lips feeling soft. Like I hate chappy lips. But I have this by my bed, and it's a really thick, like, minty medicated lip balm, and putting it on before bed is, like, so nice. Like, you just sit there and your lips are all tingly and, like, minty, and when you wake up the next morning, your lips feel so, like, soft and medicated. I found out about this, like, a couple years, or, like, a year or so ago when I had, like, a really bad cold and my lips got all chappy, and using it during that time, like when you have a cold or something, is amazing. But using it anyway, like regardless, makes your lips feel really good. So I put this on every night before bed. Just take like a little bit of it, put it on my lips, and then you're good to go to bed. Yeah. And now I just have two like random-y favorites that aren't makeup related. The first one is a body wash. This one is Mahogany Teakwood from Bath & Body Works. I like to think of this as like, I have a candle that smells like this, and it smells like men. Like, it smells so good. It smells like when you walk into like Abercrombie and like that cologne that they have. I hate walking into those stores. I hate everything about those stores at the mall. But this smells amazing. Like, even just pulling it out of my little shower caddy thing that I keep all my soaps in, you could just smell, like, the cologne-y smell. And I, like, use this in the shower, and it smells so good. And what's weird about it is that I've been using it for a while now, and I'm only, like, halfway done with it. Which is weird, because I feel like I go through these Bath & Body Works shower gels, like, crazy. And this one is, like, taking actually, a decent amount of time to use up, which is nice, because you get, more for your money that way. If I could just have this scent just, like, around me, I feel like I'd get a headache after a while, but it's so good. I love it. I just love things that smell good, and men's cologne, like, is so good. And then the last thing is, like, a food-related item, and these clear American waters have been what I have been living on lately. These are like super cheap. You can get them at Walmart. I think they're like 50 to 60 cents a bottle. It's about 1 liter of water, so that's cool. And they're flavored waters, and they have like no calories in it, obviously, because it's water. But then there's also like 0 grams of sugar. I want to say that's because it's got that aspartame stuff in it, which some people don't really like. Like, I heard it's supposed to be like a health risk or something if you drink like a ton of products that have it in it. But I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to justify like drinking things that are bad for you, but I feel like if you're having a problem drinking a lot of water, like water is not normally what I reach for, even though I love water. But like if I'm somewhere and I want something that tastes good, I'm not gonna go for a bottle of water. But if you have like these, you can carry them around with you. They're carbonated, or like they're fizzy, so you feel like you're drinking a soda, and it's flavored, so it's not just like straight up water. I don't know, it's a good soda substitute. Like, I drink a lot of soda, and I know it's a problem. I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper. I feel like this is a good way to, kind of substitute more water into your diet. And they have so many flavors. Strawberry is my favorite, although strawberry lemonade I just recently tried, and that's the bomb. But strawberry is like my favorite flavor, but they have like an orange, a cherry. The orange one actually tastes like orange Fanta or like orange soda. But they have like cherry, raspberry, like all different kinds of flavored water, and you can get them at Walmart. Again, they're super cheap, and you get a ton of water for your money. So yeah, that's all for my September favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below what you have been loving in the month of September. Again, it's already October. Halloween is coming. What are you going to be for Halloween? Have you decided yet? What are you doing for Halloween? Let me know. Because I need to make plans, and I need to figure out a costume. So yeah, let me know all of that down below. And until next time, I will talk to you soon. Bye.